Hey guys, I had a quick second here while making my son's lunch, and I thought I would tell you about my weekend. It was, as you could tell from the my title, that it was crazy. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. I had to wash the grapes. Anyway, so it started out. I try and meet up with my siblings about once a month and have lunch. And so they live about 100 miles from where I do, which takes me an hour and a half, 2 hours to drive if traffic is good. And then I go and visit my parents.
I buy it because we don't need too much grapes.
Yeah. So we drive up there, me and the kids. We go to lunch, and we went and ran an errand that I needed to run. And then we start heading towards my parents' house, and all of a sudden the air conditioning starts running funky. It's like all of a sudden it felt humid in the car. And I was like, well, that's really weird. I just had the AC fixed. I just replaced a part on it myself. So it should be working perfectly. Well, I looked at my dashboard, and the engine thermometer is heading towards the red. It's not there yet, but it's getting there. I'm like, oh crap, it's kind of hot outside, but I roll down the windows, I switch the heat on, and just as I switched the heat on, I hit the red. And luckily, I was like just a couple hundred feet from a parking lot, an empty parking lot. So I pulled in there, I turned off the car, I popped the hood. Luckily, there was no smoke, but it was obviously there was something wrong. I heard a hissing noise, it was bad. And I called my parents. My dad came. It took us a couple hours. We finally got back to the house, and what happened was I had run out of coolant, and we kept adding to it. Even after the car was stopped, it was still leaking. And I was like, I'm not driving this home. I was my kids in the car. I just can't do it. So I called my husband. He drove all the way up. They were going to try and put some sealant in it, but we remember that I had. Are you okay? We don't know, but we think that it put a hole in the radiator. So we called the insurance company, and thank goodness, Geico's. We have like really good coverage with Geico for a really good price because we just switched them like a year ago. But they agreed to tow our car 100 miles, which is twice the normal towing distance, and we got a rental car. And so it turned out okay so far. We ended up spending the night up there, and there was some confusion with the tow truck, and it was just a mess. And obviously staying at my parents' house. Now, let me preface this with my mom is mostly vegan. Occasionally she'll eat something that isn't, but mostly she's vegan. So her house is full of beans, vegetables, mostly carrot juice, tomatoes, all this stuff that is good for you but not good for keto. So and I can't go out because I don't have a car. They had other things that they had to do. And by the time that my husband got there, the kids were going down, so I'm putting them to bed. So I couldn't really run out and get something to eat. So I ended up just eating like some pecans and a little bit of peanut butter, which if you've ever had it, it's really good. All it has is peanuts in it, and I think they sell it at Walmart. But obviously, it's a little bit high carb. At that point, I wasn't too concerned about it because for breakfast, I knew I was going to go out. So all I had for breakfast was some bacon. And then for lunch, I had like half of a Cobb salad with no dressing. It did have some guacamole on it, but that is what I had eaten to that point that day. The rest of the salad was bad in the car because it was so hot out. So I wasn't really worried about my carbs. I was worried about the car, and I was worried about just getting something to eat because I was starting to feel
I was starting to feel off. It's not that I was like super hungry, but I knew that I needed to eat. I knew that, you know, I was just running out of fuel. I needed something high fat. I needed something with some protein, and carbs were not my main thing. And then the next day, I ended up staying half the day. We did go out first thing in the morning. We went to IHOP. I had a fajita omelet. Zach? Hi. I had a fajita omelet with some sour cream, which was good because at that point my head was hurting. And obviously I wasn't producing enough milk, so the baby was getting upset. And then finally I got my rental car, heading home, and I stopped and I stopped way too much on snacks. But this time I got moon cheese. I went to Wegmans. If you've ever seen moon cheese, Starbucks sells it. They sell it for like $6, and I got it at Wegmans for like $3 or $4. So that was really good. It's not super high fat, but it doesn't have any net carbs in it. It doesn't have any carbs at all. The one that I got glued up because I was but I got that. I got a Quest bar. I got, what did I get? I got these, they're called Noon, N-U-U-N, and I didn't look at the label very well. It's a tablet that you put in water, and it makes like sports drinks. It has some really good ingredients in it. It's like 4 net carbs for a tablet, and I didn't see that because I was stressed. I was hungry. I was in a hurry to get on the road. My kids were crying. So I grabbed this thing, and I did drink 2 of them, but it had electrolytes and had caffeine, and I desperately needed both of those to get home. So yesterday I was not worried about my carbs at all. Let's see. I also Quest bar. Oh, and I got a Lily's chocolate bar. And then we drove home. I ate that and immediately started feeling better because I was getting some fat. I was getting some protein, and just some calories in me. And I was able to feed the baby, and it worked out well. Let's see. Hi. I can't see anything. Hi. Anyway, so that was my weekend. That took all of Saturday, all of Sunday. We are finally home. And obviously now I've got to start thinking about the budget because this did spend extra money. We do have to pay a small portion of the rent. Hi. And we may or may not be repair covered by the insurance. So I started thinking about ways that I can start saving some money. And this is more of a mom plug. It's not so much, can you eat your lunch? Eat your lunch. This is a mom plug. This is not so much the keto. This is the mom. So I started looking online. There's actually something else, but I came across something that I had seen before. And I keep coming across this particular person online for different reasons, looking for different things. And it is Jordan Page from Fun Cheap or Free. And she has some excellent tips for budgeting, saving money, and paying off debt, which are things that, you know, I've been working on for a long time. At different points, I've done really well. At this point in time, not doing so well. Since we bought our house a little over a year ago, we have been spending a lot of extra money. We were not quite as prepared as we should have been before we bought our house. And recently, my husband has changed jobs. So our income is different, and, you know, we just have to figure something else out so that we can get our finances under control. So we're not spending extra money, all this stuff. So if you're looking for tips on budgeting, well, I definitely look her up. This is what I'm going to be doing this month. This is her her envelope method, and she really simplifies the envelope method. I tried it before, and as she will say in her videos, and I'll put a link to this particular one. And the envelope method can be, one, overwhelming, and two, not very effective because you start borrowing from other envelopes to pay off things when you overspend or you need more. Her envelope method is just consolidating things, not having so many categories, and she really has some reasonable spending expectations for the grocery budget and for other things that you're going to need to spend on. So this month, I've decided that, you know, I'm going to have $100 for my groceries. That's going to include any diapers for my older child. My younger child is cloth diaper, so I buy diapers for my older child for bedtime. It's going to include wipes, paper towels, just anything that I would buy when I'm out at the grocery store. And then I have $75 to cover things like haircuts, any clothing items that I need. If we go out, because my kids are getting coupons from the library to go out to eat like Chipotle and Chick-fil-A. So obviously my husband and I end up eating there too. So things like that are going to be in my other category, or if I run out and we can snack while we're out or water bottle or whatever. And then I've also looked over my budget. And I'm just, trying to cut down, reappropriate things, and yeah. So again, I'm going to put the link for the envelope method in the comments. I definitely recommend looking at it. It makes a lot of sense. It's really simple, which is something I need because I am a mom with 2 young kids, and I don't have the brain capacity to rework my budget all the time and try and figure out where I can put out more money and how much it makes sense to have set aside for different things. Yeah. So, I hope you guys are doing well. If you have any suggestions, any good mom, keto, or budgeting tips, please drop them in the comments because I always need a good suggestion. And keep going, guys. I'll talk to you later.